Hey everyone, I want to show off these two new scripts that I've kind of worked around and generated with the help of AI, and I think they're really helpful. So one problem with this scene that I have here is I have this character in this scene, but originally when I created this scene, the character, like, he was never referenced in, so all of his, you know, all of his animation is just in here and there's no reference, which is like a really bad idea, especially for good workflows in Maya. And also it doesn't play well with the picker. I'm sure you can do it, but I'd rather have all this working correctly. And this is the picker. Now this picker is the new picker of this character. This was on one of the original old pickers that we used to use through Anim School. I think it was called ABX picker or something like that. And I wanted to update this character with the new picker and all this stuff because I thought, it'd be kind of fun to finish this off. I failed this class and I thought it'd be interesting to redo this, not redo, but maybe adjust a lot of these animations to be a lot better than what they are. So here's what you got to do. You can reference in the new character. And so I'm just going to go in here and find block. And now that he's referenced in, we got the new version back there. I'm going to move this aside for now. And all we need to do actually is select this fun little placer. And it's just like the main control. This should work for any rig. I haven't tried it on a lot of other rigs, but it does work. So I just basically select the old rig and then the new rig. And let's see, it's going to do preview matches. And it says it has 129 safe matches. Great. And then let's transfer that. Okay, great. Let's see if that worked. Oh, it's still doing it, Okay, so it says it matched, used 129, copied this many keys, and it skipped 2 attributes. Now, I'll tell you what those attributes are, and they should make sense, because 2 of those attributes are the parenting, and this is kind of like one of the other problems with this whole switching out rigs in this way, is now you also have like parenting stuff that you've done, and you don't want to go back and redo all this parenting and everything. So that's what this next script is for over here, and this is pretty handy. So the way that I have figured out how to use this is basically what you need to do. So we have 2 characters here now, and they're doing the animations the way they should. However, what you need is, we're going to make a little selection set over here, and I know you can't see, but I'm just making a standard selection set. Let me move this here so you can see that, and I'll jog this over. Okay, so I've made a little selection set of the 2. Basically, this is see how this one has the proper naming convention or whatever. It has the proper space, like, what do you call? Why am I forgetting the name of this? Namespace. So this has the proper namespace. This is the old one. And so I want to select the old first. Actually, what does this tell me to do? It says I'm doing the mimic constraint. Sorry, let me back up and explain this. So there's 2 modes here, and essentially replace target, there's a constrained object and then 2 old so if you had a constrained object to say his hands, and so in that case, like say you had a ball constrained to his hand, in that case you select the ball curve, and then you would select the old arm or the old hand or old wrist or whatever I'm using, what am I using here? I'm using blocks arm right. Okay, so I'd select the old right and then the new right, and then I would run the script. I think this actually, so basically that's if you have a ball attached. In this case, I have his arms are attached to this, so this curve right here, or sorry, his hands I guess are attached to this. So what I need to do is select, so I know I'm selecting both of those and I've got those in a set here. So I need to select, let's see, old constrained object. All right, so I'm going to get the old one, which is that one, and then the new one, and then this is the object they need to be touching. So I do believe, however, that right here in this keyframe, if you can see what I'm doing here, this key is where that parent takes place. So I'm just going to run it. Now, what this does is it should actually duplicate and create the constraint, but it also should key your blend shape, your constraint blending values. So let me show that here in a second. So right now, this is the old rig, and if you look over here at the blend parent, it's not on, and then in this, at this frame it turns on because it's parenting to the manhole. So I want that same thing to happen, but I don't have to go through all this and do it myself. So that's what's great about this script. And you can see on the new rig that it does not have this parent constraint set up yet. So I'm going to select the old, select the new, and then click on this. And I believe I found it to work better if they are actually overlapping perfectly. So now, nope, I almost did the replace target. That's not what I'm doing. I need to do the mimic constraint. Okay, so now I'm going to run that. And now both should pick up and everything should be fine. Now if I move, if I move this, that one should hang on. Our other one is still broken, so we just need to do the same thing to the other one. So let's see here. I'm going to create a selection set out of these. And select old, new, and an object. And I think this is a good place for it. Right here is a good place. Run. Okay, let's see here. All right. So we have basically completely recovered that animation and put it on a new character. And now the picker, does the picker work now? Yeah, so now my picker works. And I've converted this to a new picker. So how cool is that? Let's see here. Now I'm just going to prove all this works by deleting the old block character. I'm just going to select everything of his and delete. And new guy's yellow. And I'm able to select everything of his. Great. And all of the original keyframes are on there, and all of my animation is intact. And yeah, look at that. So that just saved me like a ton of work, and I've updated this file, which is great. So let me know if you want to know about these scripts and stuff. Maybe I'll leave a link somewhere